TikTok is popular around the world, but here it's Douyin that dominates the Chinese internet. Both are owned by Beijing-based ByteDance. With more than 700 million active users, Douyin showcases everything from dance moves to makeovers, from overeating to herding sheep. It's the go-to of nearly a dozen heavily censored video platforms here, like Xiaohongshu, Kuaishou, and Bilibili. Douyin turned executive chef Xia Tian into a short video star.
Welcome to China. Welcome to Beijing.
With more than 50 million followers across Chinese platforms who tune in for tips on home cooking and culture, his viewers can interact in real time. How popular are you? And don't be modest.
I
wouldn't say I'm super famous, he says. I just think I'm doing the right thing. What makes ByteDance apps like Douyin and TikTok so popular is that their algorithms learn what users like and then feed an endless stream of content. And that's where U.S. national security concerns come in. Under laws here, China's government can order any Chinese company like ByteDance to hand over user data. TikTok CEO told Congress last year they never have and never will.
I have seen no evidence that the Chinese government has access to that data.
The bill President Biden signed could shut down TikTok in the U.S. unless ByteDance sells it to a U.S. company. But China's government can veto any sale under national security laws here on selling certain technologies, like those algorithms. What is China's position on this, and should Americans be concerned about their privacy? Chinese officials have repeatedly accused the U.S. of suppressing foreign companies, likening it to a witch hunt. ByteDance doesn't share its financials, though some estimates put revenues at $120 billion last year, most of it generated here in China. That short videos are a staple of daily life has given rise to a whole industry in China. Lu Fuxiang's agency specializes in content for lawyers who give advice on marriage and family law. Douyin expanded everyone's social circle, he says. Officially, more than 1 billion people are short video users here, and with stricter screen limits. Douyin has parental controls that ban teenagers from appearing in live streams and limits them to 40 minutes a day on the app and only at certain hours. Chinese users need a VPN to access the TikTok scene in the U.S. I think if Americans lost TikTok, he says, they'd probably miss out on a lot of fun.
Janice is joining us now live from Beijing. So interesting to see kind of the Chinese version of this super popular app here in the United States. Is there any way you can kind of pull the thread here? Anything we can learn from how Douyin is operating that helps us understand either the algorithm or why the government here in the U.S. is so concerned about ByteDance's ownership, et cetera?
Hallie, Douyin resembles TikTok in most ways, in that the algorithm learns and knows what the user wants to see and then tailors the content for them. And it's not an exaggeration to say that everyone here is on Douyin. Farmers, celebrities, factory workers, athletes at every age in big cities like Beijing and Shanghai, and in the lower tier cities as well as the rural villages. There are some differences here, though, in the sort of content that thrives on the platform. It's a lot of science and educational videos, practical things, daily life of people, but usually a slightly glossier version of it. And it's not to say that all of the content is wholesome. There are still the extreme drinking and binge eating and adventure videos, but there are wider controls that ByteDance has in place here compared to TikTok on the sort of content that's posted and the amount of time that younger people are allowed to spend on the platform. And that, Callie, is another part of the argument that TikTok's critics in the U.S. have about the app's Chinese ownership, is that China is influencing and exporting a version of the platform to the U.S. and the rest of the world that is shaping the user in a different way than the billion of Douyin users here in China. Hallie?
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.